interested in the latest wine trends. Wine expert and educator Kirk Peterson joins us now. Now, Kirk, the best thing about wine is that it never really goes out of style.
That is true.
But you do have some trends that you're here to tell us about, and I'm really surprised what this is. I thought this was a regular red, but
One would think so. So this is actually a style of rosé that comes from Italy called a Cerasuolo.
so okay, the rosé I know and love is pink.
Absolutely. This is a very deeply concentrated pink, I suppose. But the reality is that rosés are made throughout the entire wine world, and they're actually a lot more versatile than you might imagine.
So if rosé does not mean pink, or I mean if it does, but what does this mean, I guess, the rosé, if you can have a variety of colors?
Basically, it means that it's a red grape that's had less than full skin contact.
Oh,
so
interesting.
headed towards red wine, but stopping somewhere beforehand.
Oh, interesting. So flavor profile-wise, does this taste more like a rosé, or does it taste more like a red?
It's a little bit in between the both.
Oh, cool.
And I think that's one of the great things about rosés, and kind of strange that for some reason we can drink white wine and red wine throughout the year, but people regulate rosé to summer.
Yeah.
They shouldn't.
No more a summertime sipper. I say year-round. It smells so good,
Right?
Kirk. Yeah, and look, it's got some great legs too. Okay, now we were talking a bit before the segment started about volcanic wine.
Yes. So, you know, there are, despite all the classic regions of wine that are made throughout the world, there are new and emerging classic regions. And one of the perhaps the most exciting is actually from the northeastern portion of Sicily.
Okay.
There is the Etna volcano, which is the largest perpetually erupting volcano in Europe. And in the soils of this volcano, they actually make white and red from indigenous grapes.
Wow. Okay, so then I was asking you how they could possibly grow grapes from the soil if it's got ash from the volcano,
Sure.
if it's not fertile, and you hit me with some knowledge.
Well, the reality is that growing wine on very fertile soils counterintuitively isn't actually what you're trying to achieve. What you want is the vine to actually spend most of its metabolic energy making grapes, which is
Yeah.
going to help us make wine, as opposed to making more vine or leaves or something
Very
that doesn't
cool.
really help us make wine.
Okay, lastly, I love a good bubbly, and there's something new in the champagne world.
Yes. So, as you may or may not be aware, typically the way that champagne works is that there are large houses that make significant quantities of wines that are blends from multiple vineyards,
Okay.
multiple years. And in order to do this, they go under contract with people who grow grapes. The concept of a grower champagne, which is farmer fizz, is kind of the colloquial term for
I
it,
love it.
is that the idea that if you have ownership over your own grapes, that you'll probably make a more specific style of wine, and that's where grower champagne
Okay,
comes into
a
play.
boutique bubbly.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Kirk. I love the history lesson on wine. Well, I just love wine in general, so appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.